Yes, sir.
And I hope this don't upset you, but because I'm giving y'all a compliment. Before Kevin Durant arrived in Golden State, y'all were on the verge of being remembered as the team that went 73-9 and lost to a Cleveland Cavalier team in the finals, 3-1. You up 3-1, and probably one of the biggest collapse in NBA Finals history from a 73-9 historical team. Kevin Durant comes that summer and really saves y'all basketball legacy. And you win 2 championships after that. And now you're the Golden State Warriors dynasty that you're going to go into the Hall of Fame on and everything else. It is cemented, because if Durant don't come that summer and you guys are remembered as the 73-9 team that lost 3-1 in the NBA Finals, all of your legacies are different. So all of you with Kevin Durant, y'all are, right? And that was a powerful moment in sport that he should be rewarded for, but also your team should be rewarded for accepting a juggernaut like that and being able to incorporate it. And what y'all did was beautiful, man. It was beautiful. So I hope that didn't hurt you in any way, but I did want to acknowledge him and y'all for that beautiful moment.
All right, you see Isaiah Thomas tell Draymond the brutal truth. And the brutal truth was, Kevin Durant saved their legacy, and he did. I mean, ultimately, I believe the NBA helped LeBron in that series. I feel like they helped him in the Oklahoma City Thunder series when he won his first title. If you go back and watch that series, man, there was some blatant foul calls in that series. There was a lot of blatant, crazy things that happened, which the NBA helped LeBron get a title in that first series. Excuse me, I had to brush my hair and shit. That's my opinion. And I know a lot of people may disagree with that, but I can literally go back to that finals and point it out. But he's right. When Draymond went to his car crying and he begged Kevin Durant to come there, it saved their legacies. Their legacies was going to be one and done. Unless they brought somebody else in. Obviously, when you go back to that series they lost, the Draymond suspension was off saying too, but also, what goes under the radar because he's a nice guy. Harrison Barnes, if he just hit 35% of his shots, they win that series in about 5 or 6 games. People forget that he was abysmal in that series, and that's one of the reasons they didn't mind getting rid of him. But he's right. Kevin Durant cemented that legacy. What he came in and did for them, people say, oh, he made it. He made them unbeatable, and he did this and he did that. And he did. So, I don't know why they be acting slow. But yeah, so we start having those conversations about him saving that, cementing their legacy. It's true. You know what I'm saying? Now they turn into a dynasty, even though they didn't win 3 straight. Most people believe because of the injuries. It's part of the game. But Kevin Durant did cement their legacies. And Isaiah Thomas didn't lie. They would have just been a one and done. Unless they could have found somebody else to come in and, do that. But the thing that why people make it seem a little bit fishy, or people say, some people say without Kevin Durant, they still could have been great. The thing about Durant coming there is the fit was seamless. He didn't need the ball. He played defense. It just was a great fit because Kevin Durant doesn't need to be ball dominant in a ball dominant era. That's the crazy thing about it. Kevin Durant can play without the ball. Kevin Durant can post up. Kevin Durant can defend on the ball, off the ball. He can catch and shoot. They can do a lot of things. If they need him to create a shot, he can create a shot. They allowed that triangle hybrid Popovich offense to work where the ball moved and he didn't need it to stick. So it's hard to find guys like that. And people say, well, eventually they did go on to win a title against Boston. The thing about this is that if they had a couple seasons in which they didn't win a championship, they didn't win those two championships, and they had a season where they went on, and they didn't win those two championships, who knows? They probably would have broke the Warriors up. They probably would have broke the Warriors up. So they probably would have broke them up, and then they probably would have started over. Especially with the new arena coming and all of that. So Kevin Durant did preserve their legacy. Like, he helped create that legacy, and people, didn't like how dominant they was, and they were so dominant, unlike Miami's, because Kevin Durant didn't need the ball. Steph didn't need the ball. Clay didn't need the ball. Draymond per se did things with and without the ball. So it was a great fit. But just when you put four, mentalities like that together, you know what I'm saying? People felt left out. Draymond got mad. He started to kind of his mystique started to really, go down. Not Kevin Durant getting all this credit. Got to remember when Durant got injured, I think in the Houston series, remember they were saying, well, Kevin Durant is just sitting out. The players was leaking this to the media, to the Athletics. The players were saying, oh, Durant just sitting out to make a point that we need him, and he doing this on purpose. And they got in Kevin Durant's head, and that's why Kevin Durant went and played against Toronto and tore his Achilles. Y'all forget that. Remember when Kevin Durant went out in Houston? And Clay and them was saying, oh, man, we get to go back to playing how we used to play. So you got to understand, when you put most of the average humans together today, like there's no more, like, people don't really have a heart no more. There's no more selflessness. There's no more sacrifice without bitching and complaining about it. For the most part, they got tired of Kevin Durant. He came in, he was the best player there, NBA Finals, and it's kind of like the thing with Denver this year where they said Mike Malone was giving Westbrook special treatment. This is an MVP, one of the 75 best players in this league, one of the few players to ever average a triple-double in this league, and he couldn't even get the respect coming into the locker room without people saying they jealous. You just, when you find out how fucked up people are, how people don't have any leniency, where they don't have any not just leniency, where they don't have any grace for anybody, but they self, and how selfish people are. You see that. You peep it. You peep it. You peep it. A lot of these dudes are selfish. Um, they don't care nothing but about themselves. So ultimately, they got jealous because he came in, he became the star. He came in and he became the lead singer. He didn't, organically grow with them. They was like, all right, Steph came in and got the pageantry. We could deal with that. I could be second, I could be third. Now, second turn to third and fourth and fifth and all that. And he came in and even wasn't like Kevin Durant was like one of those boastful dudes. He didn't come in there and try to be a leader, try to be vocal. He just liked the hoop. And really, the average American is just jealous. The average American is jealous. So that's when you figure that out, how really people be jealous of you and jealous of your success and hating on you, even if they're above you on a hierarchy of things. It's a crazy world. But hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. Hit the link tree. Find me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Appreciate the love and support. Peace.